What's going on, guys? Indy here with Ultimate 2 Reviews. Well, if you are subscribed to the Harbor Freight newsletter, they are always releasing new tools. It seems like every day there's like 10 new tools. But I wanted to click on, see what kind of is new from Harbor Freight right now. And, I've always been a little mixed with Harbor Freight if you see my videos in the past, but there are some brands at Harbor Freight that I do actually buy and actually really like them. So one of that brands is actually the Icon brand, and they actually released a bunch of new pliers. They finally actually introduced a diagonal cutters as well too, which I'll probably be picking up. That's an absolutely fantastic tool to get. Of course, not everything is going to be in stock at every store just yet. Now they do, of course, Daytona is actually a pretty high-end brand. That's actually a fantastic value, if I'm afraid. But with the whole jack stand issues that Harbor Freight's had in the past, if you're not aware what happened, they had some jack stands that had some issues. They recalled them, and the new jack stands that replaced them were also recalled. So Harbor Freight doesn't really have the best reputation when it comes to jack stands. Jack stands aren't that expensive. I'm going to buy them from a more reputable source myself. That's just my opinion on the matter there. But they do have some new stuff here coming out. But they have, they're adding more to Bauer and Hercules. I really wish they would kind of get like, a clear which direction to go when it comes to these two brands. They're kind of just throwing stuff out there for both these brands. And I've heard a lot of people say, Hercules is not getting a lot of new tools, but Bauer is. But people want to go Hercules because it's better made tools. It's a little bit of a mess, when it comes to these two brands. Now they do, of course, have the kind of what I think it's called like the top something battery topper here, so you can plug in some 120 volt sources to these. Not a lot of wattage though. It's going to be very low amps. You're going to be able to pull from there, but it's something. They do finally have a cutoff tool. This looks surprisingly similar to the DeWalt. A lot of the Hercules stuff looks very similar to DeWalt. Wouldn't be surprised if there's something there with DeWalt, not directly, but something with the factories there in China that's kind of mixing or overlapping there. We do have more Icon stuff. All the new Icon pliers and cutters right now are like all 20 bucks, which is kind of funny. They're all the exact same price. We've got like, a buffer here. It's kind of funny with, Bauer and Hercules, it's not just the cordless tools. They do have some corded tools. So I wish they would, maybe condense some of the tools down into just those lines. They have a lot of corded tool lines still at Harbor Freight. Moving on to a couple other things here. We've got, diagonal cutters from Icon. Probably picking that up. I definitely love a lot of the Icon stuff. I do also love the Doyle stuff as well too. But let's move on to some of the new tools here. We've got a 18 gauge metal shears. So that's actually a pretty good deal for 60 bucks. From a lot of the bigger brands, these do get pretty expensive. So for that price, it's not terrible. You can see they have the Milwaukee at 229, which yeah, the Milwaukee of course is going to be quite expensive. That Icon slip joint or adjustable joint pliers here, 20 bucks. Definitely pretty cool to see this stuff. The Icon stuff is actually pretty solid tools. Now we did show off the Hercules cutoff tool. They now have the Bauer cutoff tool as well too, so that's pretty cool. I kind of prefer the design on the Hercules a little bit more. This is kind of an odd design, but I guess it'll work fine. But it's actually pretty good value at only 50 bucks. You're in the Bauer line, not bad. This is one line that I have thought was entirely dead, was the Warrior line. This is going to be, the absolute entry level line here from Harbor Freight. This is the cheapest stuff at Harbor Freight. They've always had a couple tools in the Warrior line. I think like a drill and a light. Nothing really too crazy there, but it's very, very affordable stuff. You're assembling some furniture here and there. You maybe need a tool like once a year kind of thing. This is the tool to grab. But they finally came out with a new kit. This is the impact driver kit. This is not tool only for 45 bucks. You're getting a battery and a charger. So it's something there. If you need an impact, there you go. There's a super cheap one. In this price range, if you're looking for more of a serious user, I mean, just go like Ryobi, Rigid, even the lower end Makita and DeWalt, Milwaukee stuff is going to be near this price range. I'd even say maybe go Cobalt too. You can find some good deals there for around that price range. But, if you just want to save as much money as possible, well, the Warrior is right there and good to go. And then, of course, we got some new stuff from Bauer. This is fantastic deals here from Bauer at 65 bucks for impact wrenches. You're only going to find this pricing is going to be competitive. Going to be like in Ryobi's lines. Maybe some Craftsman here and there you might find this low. So that's what you're going to find from Harbor Freight right now. Of course, it's a big mixed bag every time you open up this new tool stuff from Harbor Freight. But it's always fun to, check out what they're doing at Harbor Freight, see what the new stuff is going on, and, maybe grab a coupon and pick up, a hand tool here and there. But, the Bauer and Hercules stuff, it's kind of just not really for me. But let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of the new lines so far, if you're in them, how they're working out so far. So, guys, thanks for watching. Take care and have a great day.